Neighbors 2 is directed by Nicholas Stoller, the director of the first movie, and a director that I actually really like. I think he has a lot of funny movies, and it stars Seth Rogan again, along with Rose Byrne. Zac Efron's back in there, and Chloe Grace Moretz is the newcomer to the franchise here, and is a sequel to a movie that I actually really loved in Neighbors. I thought that movie was so just original and funny, and just it had such fun jokes, and it was over the top and crazy, but I thought that it had actually a lot of heart to it, and I actually really enjoyed watching that movie. And I was excited to see this movie because obviously I love the first one, and even though comedy sequels aren't exactly always great, I liked the trailers for the movie and I expected a lot out of it. And I was pretty disappointed by this movie because I feel like all the jokes are just reused from the first movie, and they added some new things, but more often than not, things just didn't pay off, and everything just seemed lazy and just used. And nothing felt fresh. It was all just a rehash of everything we've already seen. And it's fine if a comedy does that, especially a comedy, a sequel comedy, but add new jokes, add something new, add a new plot or whatever. But everything in this movie felt just reused, and it just felt like things we've already seen. And that's really disappointing because I love almost all Seth Rogen movies. I think he's just one of the best comedic actors out there, and I want to like Zac Efron so much. I like him in so many things, but he's just not been in very good movies lately, and it's disappointing because I want to like everything that he does because I like him as an actor, but he just hasn't picked the very best movies as of late. We'll see with hopefully Baywatch with The Rock. Hopefully he'll shine in that, but in this movie he plays just an even more over-the-top version of himself than he did in the first Neighbors. And the characters, I feel like, just got wish-washed all crazy and just more over the top in this movie. And I feel like they became less characters and just more caricatures of the first movie. And that was disappointing, because I really enjoyed the characters of the first movie, and you felt things for them, and you felt for Zac Efron. In this movie, they try to replicate that with Chloe Grace Moretz and her sorority sisters or whatever, but it just doesn't work for me. And they keep trying to put these sexist jokes in there and play off the fact or whatever that it's a sorority now, but I feel like they just overused that, and most of the time it just didn't come off as funny. It was just lazy because they did the same joke over and over again, and that's how the whole movie is. It's just over and over again jokes that we've already seen from the last movie, done better in the last movie. But I will say this though, when the jokes come and they hit hard. There was times in this movie where I was on the floor laughing. There was some heavy hitting jokes that really paid off. So I don't want to act like I completely hated this movie because yeah, I was disappointed, and overall I think that the story is just not all that good, and it's just a rehash. There are some really funny, fresh jokes in this thing that really pay off and really had me laughing. So this being a comedy, I can give, I can, who cares about the bad story or the rehashed jokes? If it makes me laugh, I can forgive all that. The thing is, it just didn't make me laugh enough, and it didn't make me laugh hard enough throughout the whole film. There was definitely parts where I really injected some huge laughter, but overall, it just was a pretty disappointing movie that it kind of sucks because I love the first movie, and in this one I kind of just didn't really even like I enjoyed watching it, and it's not an awful movie, I don't think, but it's just disappointing, and I can't even give it a thumbs up. It's for me, I'm gonna have to go 2.5 out of 5 from Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising. It's just a disappointing movie. I don't think it's awful. I think that if you go to see it, you will get a lot of laughs out of it, but it's nowhere near as good as the first movie, and overall as a film, I just can't say that it's a good movie. But you go and check it out and get some laughs, but just don't expect too much. And that's the thing with with movies. If you expect too much, and more than often you get let down, and I was let down with this one. But anyway, what are you gonna do? We got Sausage Party coming out later this year, so Seth Rogen will be able to come back, I have no doubt. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this and you want to see more reviews from a guy like me, you can subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.